or whatever. So
Yeah.
so basically, I think that's where you've got to have the balance between being a racer and where the clock actually does come into your favour is actually a bit of common sense on the pace judgment and listening to the body. And a lot of lads suffer there, even like people as experienced as John Travers. He should know better, and some of the other guys should know better not to go with that, because there is no magic in the sport generally. But you're either in shape or you're not. They should generally have an idea. Like 8 minutes for a lot of those guys would be a massive run, and or a good stepping stone for the season, and they were way under 8 minute pace. So it was a little bit crazy, exciting but crazy, and that's where they need to look again. Where we've had our Magic 800s, you can get away with a bit more, but we've got our B3K here then.
Yeah. Yes, this is the men's A 3000 meters. Maybe it's the B, sorry, as you said, so that's sponsored by
That's Juan Ignacio and Francis O'Donoghue in second, and we'll go through that. But Juan Ignacio is pacing a number of races today, the Chilean Wonderbolt. So he was due to, he ran in the Bannister Mile in 4:11 and 3:49 in Clonmel, so he decided to pace today in the game. He was happy with that, and he's out there in front in the light green. Francis O'Donoghue next. We've got our Mayo man in third, Adam Condon from Heaney Shamrock around fifth or sixth, and we can go through that list there now. As I mentioned, Adam Condon, Mark Cornett, Marcel Corey, Thomas McCarthy, Jack Donnelly, Francis Donoghue, Ethan Dunn, Mahad Mohammed Igal, as we can see him there in Clonliffe Harriers. Clonliffe, Jordan Walsh, Charlie Rettle, Reese Johnson from the north, Robert Keane, Ross Kennedy, Jack Woods, Patrick Duffy, Darren McCarthy, James Traynor, Luke Merrigan, Darren Mulrooney, who's well up there in the green and white, Anthony O'Brien, Alistair Roger, Noah Watt, as we've seen him in a lot of schools races as well, Porth McGettigan, Rory Hollywood, Noah Harper, then we have Sam O'Neill and Ronan Toland as well. So now look at this. This is great pacing.
Yeah, 71 through 400.
And look at that beautiful line of runners. Look at that. That is poetry in motion. You could relax, and this is your, what is it, SMR or what is that?
ASMR.
ASMR, meditative state. Here's where you can just relax now and let Juan, the cool Chilean pacemaker, tow you around, and the fans, we can all relax and enjoy. And the lads are getting a smoother, freer ride. There's no dramatic difference like the guys running 71 to 74, 73 seconds. They're all reasonably well within their pumps, even if they blow up. They can't be sent, geez, we went off in a 65 or a 68 at 8:30 pace.
Would you agree it's probably, for a lot of these athletes, this is the best way to get the most out of themselves, pacing like this?
I think so. Well, I think Jakob Ingebrigtsen has kind of shown the way, and then even in a lot of marathon races as well, he can show even splits and a negative split. Like, be interested to see the last K for a lot of those guys in the first 3 gig. Like, you need energy to close, particularly in distance running, and even to run a world record, you've got to be even. If you're over, you're in big trouble. So. I think it's definitely the way to go. You've got to run even. There are days where you have to be a little bit more aggressive, or like, look, there's sometimes in some kind of a championship style race, you let them get too far down the road, even if they blow, you're not getting them. So you kind of keep somebody within an eye shot. So as I said, it's a balance between the clock, the body rhythm, aggression and racing, and then using your innate, like, listen to the body, like, there's a sting in the quads, am I overly puffed? Means they're in trouble. And then again, using the visual of, like, right, I can't let them go, you can't let them go 50 metres or 100, or certainly if they get round the bend and you can't see them, you come into the back straight there and they're around the bend. Mentally, it's very hard to say, oh, I'm going to close that in. So unless there's something crazy going on, but yeah.
So I think that first group there, Payson went through the K marker at about 2:53. So looking at 8:40.
Yeah.
8:45 kind of pace there. So
so 70s we should be 8:40, on the dot. And again, some of these guys, you'd hope, young lads, you'd hope even a 65 second 400 is a decent enough close. Francis Donoghue's been on the scene for years. He's much more muscly than he was, obviously. Puberty hitting in, and he's a former schools champion and All-Ireland champion, so he's in the South Sligo yellow singlet there.
So great job being
That
done by
400 there
Juan Ignacio
was
Pena. He should be able to bring him to a
approximately
long
70
part of
again,
this
so
3,000
pacing
metres.
like an absolute monster here.
So an
Is
8
Ignacio.
minute PT athlete himself.
All right, no bother, mind yourself.
See you later.
All right, drive safe.
Yeah, sorry, thanks
See you,
so much.
Michael.
All these athletes in the front pack
And Luke Merrigan has just gone step back onto
seem to just be
back
sitting in there
group.
quite happy. Alistair Roger doing a bit of leading for some fellas a bit further down the field. I think he was hoping to clock close to 9
Juan Ignacio
minutes
steps
today,
off.
so
Francis Donahue left to take it on.
as the pacer steps
Darren
off,
Mulrooney. Behind him, Mohamed Egal. And Luke
straight.
Merrigan.
feel
And
for
Adam
whether or not
Condon
this is
then
going
about
to pick up from
8 or
here or
9
stay
metres behind.
at a fairly even pace.
Three laps to go.
See there.
New leader
Last
for the first time,
471,
Mohamed
48.
Egal
So
from Clonliffe Harriers.
haven't slowed down too much there, even though the
covers
pace has
that
stepped
move.
off. They're keeping
Francis
it around about
Donahue,
71
Luke
or so.
Merrigan. And then Adam Condon from Darren McCarthy to North Harriers. Ross Killalay
Good
from
group
Mullingar
four at the
Harriers.
front there.
And then Sam O'Neill from Dunleer.
Head down the back straight.
That's 550.
That was them through 2K in around about 550, 551.
So we're going to be into the 840s, it looks like. Mohamed Egal
Athletes
from
coming down.
Clonliffe Harriers. Dara
Home straight here, so through 2K in about 551 or so for this front group.
Leaders tucked nicely in behind.
Right sign.
Luke Merrigan.
Potentially the next
Some
from
of our
Giddy there. But
younger
they're bunching up
stars
again.
and
This is
Irish
where the
athletics,
track
Luke
racing. Our
Adam
young
Condon
Leeville, man, he's been on the scene. He was there last day as
from
well.
Cork.
Luke Merrigan, he's running nicely there. He's a lovely lope and stride again.
So after the pacer stepped off, they ran a 71.48 and then a 71.97.
So nothing between these
Yeah,
leading
that's-
four.
Don't pace too much.
Nothing dropped it too
It's
much,
gonna be
and
getting
again,
down
look,
to
they can
business
gather
now. Just over
themselves. What was
600 metres to go. There's hardly a metre between them. The
900.
four abreast here.
600
Luke
to go
Merrigan's
now.
gone
Yeah,
wide.
should be, yeah.
Looked as though he was going to make his move. But it's Francis
2,400 metres
Donahue
split in
again.
around about
Has decided he's going to
7:01.
take it
Yeah,
on.
perfect. Francis Donahue is his gutsy
He's
out.
about to slide away
He's
to the
mixed
athlete.
and match. He's
Darren Mulrooney.
sadly
been
one of
happy to
his
stay
original
second the whole
mentor,
time.
South Sligo,
Luke Merrigan
Paul,
now.
just passed away there from
Just
a long
letting
battle
him
with
know
cancer there,
he's
just there the
right
other week.
there.
So
Sat
maybe he's
behind
looking
him.
down on there, give him an
Up
extra
to
bit of
now.
power here with 500 metres to go. But Luke Merrigan
They're going to
in
get
the
the bell
famous
this time.
Leeville singlet down in Cork, where we've seen Mark O'Sullivan and the likes.
For
Kieran
the first time,
O'Linner,
Luke
even most
Merrigan
recently
has
Derb Rourke.
taken
Anyway,
it
the
on
list
to
of
Leeville.
names goes on for
It's the
Leeville, and they're going to hit the
Darren
bell in
Mulrooney.
7:38, 37:92, lap to go.
72 that last 400, so lap to go. See what has in store for us. Who's taking up the lead there?
Looks like Darren Mulrooney there has taken it up there. Same club as Keelan Kilrahill. Around Eastgate there. I'll get the Moy Valley is the club, sorry, just it's not on our list, and I should know it off by top of my head anyway, but he is rolling seriously now, another 6-year shooter with 200 to go, 8:09. So can he run a, let's see the clock, can he run 30 or under? Luke Merrigan is quite rolling again, and Francis Donahue will probably make another bolt from the back there past Clonliffe Manigal. So there's big finishes coming up, but looks like Mulrooney has this sewn up.
Obviously just decided we're doing enough here to take this.
It's going to be a
Big battle for second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
We're doing this. They're coming thick and fast in behind, and Francis Donahue finishing really strongly again. But
Francis
looks like
O'Donoghue closing really strong. Looks like he's going to take second there.
Yes, 8:40. So I'd say if Francis could have played a little bit of closer order, he might have even popped it off there. I'd say he ran the fastest last 200 there by a distance as Adam Condon comes in. Bar Mullingar Harrier come in. Darren McCarthy from Dunor. Annadale in. Then our Lagan Valley man. So they're all flowing in.
Alistair Roger there. Wouldn't have been far off his goal in 9 minutes there, so.
Nice.
Comes Mark Cornett as well. Marcel Corey here. 3,000 metres looks like a tough distance to run.
Have you not run a 3K before?
No, never.
No, it is a tough distance, but it's nearly like the best distance in Irish athletics, historically, internationally, when you think of Marcus Sullivan, Eamon Coughlin, Frank O'Mara, even Sonia O'Sullivan, and even Sarah Healy, obviously European indoor 3,000 metre champion, Alistair Cragg, European 3,000 metre champion, and the aforementioned lads are world indoor 3K champions, and even Paul Donovan has a world medal indoors in the 3,000, so it is a great distance. Mark Carroll still has the Irish record of 7:30.